Continuing with District 24 congressional candidate Republican Karen Diebel, who is Winter Park's vice mayor and city commissioner. We hope to have your fellow Republican running for the same seat, Sandy Adams, on the show. We had an issue with cell phone communication breaking down or something. We're going to have to reschedule her. But why should folks who are inclined to vote Republican vote for you, Karen, versus Sandy and the others who might run for the seat?
Well, but what we have is probably the best way to phrase it as a skill set difference. I am running for this seat specifically to bring business acumen to government, and I have been very effective in being able to do that on a municipal level.
And by the way, I neglected to mention that Sandy Adams, and has been for some years now, is a state representative serving in the legislature.
Yes, and while Ms. Adams has different skills to be able to bring to this race, I have the certain expertise, which is economics and finance, and the ability to apply that to government and have very specific results. We have to decrease the size of our government, and we have to be able to rein in the tax and the spending initiatives that certainly Suzanne Cosmas has supported along the way, and aggressively taking a leadership stand on those issues is where my strength is. And where we have been able to do things privately in the community is what led me to government, is you can solve health care on a private basis. You can take care of your environment and your community through private enterprise.
How would you reform health care working through the private sector here? What reforms are needed? I assume you agree with almost everybody that we do need to change some things in health care.
We do, Bud, and let me give you a specific example. Is through our family foundation, and it was in memory of my late husband, we established a health care clinic in East Orlando for uninsured. And year one, we're able to establish the clinic and then subsequently add prescription programs and outreach to the hospital systems and so forth, and do that with volunteer physicians and colleagues on a very specific basis. And government should not be in our health care system. This is a very private matter, and what government can do is strengthen the ability to purchase the insurance across state lines and insert tort reform as part of the resolution on the debate and the specific cost measures. But these solutions can be done privately. They are being done privately every day, and government needs to stay out of the way of our health care system.
Again, we've asked Suzanne Cosmas to come on here and talk with me. She holds the District 24 congressional seat as a Democrat. So far, she has not accepted the invitation, but we had a man who's going to give her a primary fight, Paul Pertica, on here, the former mayor of Winter Springs, in the 7 o'clock hour, because he was first to respond to our invitation to all the major candidates. And it became very apparent here that he really is, if you want to put a label on him, he's a liberal. He's to the left, I believe, of Suzanne Cosmas. Where do we find you on the political spectrum, Karen Diebel, as a Republican?
I am a staunch conservative, Bud, and where I begin and end is being the steward of the tax dollars of the American people, and I have a strict fiscal responsibility, which I've been able to demonstrate on the municipal level and certainly on the national level professionally with the businesses that I take care of.
Where are you on a couple of key issues here? From all of the reading I've done, as a matter of fact, you've gotten some recognition from various organizations for this. You are staunchly pro-life, correct?
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. Illegal immigration, huge problem here and across the country. And I believe there's no question that President Obama is setting the stage to try and drive amnesty into law in this country, turn 12 to 20 million illegal aliens into citizens, and then turn them into Democrat votes and get them health care once they're legalized. Where do you stand on illegal immigration, and how do we solve the problem, stopping those from coming in and dealing with those who are here by the millions?
Well, we need to secure our borders first and foremost, and I do not believe we should reward illegal immigration with amnesty, no.
What do we do with the millions who are here?
Well, that's certainly the big debate, but where we need to start with is identifying certainly who is here illegally and understanding what work programs there are in place that cover a certain amount of that population. But I'm not even sure we have the handle on the problem yet, Bud, but that would be the start.
Do you support E-Verify in the workplace and penalties for employers who knowingly hire illegals?
I do support E-Verify. I think it is the best system we have right now. It certainly can be much improved, but it's the start of being able to have a basis of verification.
Before I let you go, and our time is almost gone, talking with Karen Diebel, who's a Republican running for District 24, the Cosmos seat in Congress. Anything else people need to know about you and why they ought to look your way when it comes time to make a decision in the voting booth?
Well, yes, I entered into the realm of government to, as I said, to bring some skills to bear that I have. And I have 3 young sons that are 13, 11, and 10. And first and foremost, Bud, I'm a mother. And I'm very, very concerned about the direction of the country and also the future of our children. And the reason that I served on a volunteer basis and then certainly as the vice mayor and city commissioner here is because I care about the future of my children, my sons, and everybody else's families here. It's critically important that we get some good, solid fiscal responsibility in our government, and I'm seeking to represent the district in that way.
Karen, before you came on, I don't even know if you were listening at the end of the last hour, I elected to tell the story of your heroic husband who lost his life as a doctor trying to save some other people in trouble on the turnpike. Now you're a single mom raising these 3 kids, ranging in age from 10 until 13. I have to ask you, what do they think about Mom maybe winding up in Congress?
Well, they're excited about it. Their father and my late husband, Don, many of whom people knew in this community because of his work as an obstetrician and gynecologist. He was always also a supporter of my endeavors as well, and we just have a family value that when you're not happy with the way things are going, you shouldn't think twice about taking the challenge on of making things right. And my sons are terrific. They're great little campaigners. They're proud of the service that we have, and I think there is no other way, Bud, to learn to have servant leadership and civics other than to live it with your children. So they're great little guys, and they've been very helpful to me.
Conservative Republican Karen Diebel in the race for the Cosmos seat, District 24 in Congress. We'll have you and the other candidates back on as the long campaign unfolds. Thank you very much for joining us, and I wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.